What's up everybody, Jim Games Live here, and in today's video we're going to be reacting to Nightwish's 7 Days to the Wolves. Now, before we get started, I have some incredible news to share with everybody. Duskwind of the Nightwish army has taken it upon himself to not only purchase a ticket for me, but for my wife as well to attend our very first Nightwish show in New York next year. We are beyond thrilled. We are blown away by your generosity. A million thank yous. This is something we would have never been able to afford if it was not for your help. It's been a hell of a year. Thank you so much. So we are on Cloud 9 over here. We're very, very excited. And I'm going to see you in New York next year. And hey, drinks are on me, buddy. All right, let's switch screens here and let's get right into this. Nightwish, 7 Days to the Wolves. Let's see what this song's all about. Let's go. All right, before we get started, let's talk about why this intro is so cool. You know, I love stuff like this because it really kind of introduces you to the song and it starts you on a journey. We're starting off with playful drums, a very nice kind of up-tempo beat, and then we move on to an electric acoustic guitar, which is mic'd up very well because you can actually hear the strings themselves as he's playing the notes and also the signal from the direct in. So it kind of gives it a more piercing type effect, almost like a, I don't want to say flat, but it kind of almost feels a little bit flatter. But then they start playing with the keys and the cinematics in a way where they go do 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 do, going back and forth between the electric acoustic and the cinematics. The cinematics from there actually drop down an octave for some of the notes to give it more of a tense effect. And then from there we got a little bit of bass coming in with that giant power chord coming through with the guitars, and then the song begins. It's pretty cool. I like this. It's basically saying, hi, nice to meet you. This is the song. Let's get into it. You know, as to opposed to a wall of sound coming at you, which can be great. But starting like this, instrument by instrument, really gives you a feel of like, hey, we're on our way to a journey here. All right, let's hear that again. Playful drums, up tempo. Starting off the electric acoustic, and the keys start playing in with them. Switching up octaves. And our power chords come in. I've said it before, you know I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan of the way that they layer their vocals together. It's not layering, they just sing together. It's just a very, very interesting dynamic. They both have beautiful voices alone, but when they come together, we get some magic happening here. And we're getting a very powerful, I'm gonna call it a pre-chorus. So let's go back to this just for a second. They do a lot of like playing and kind of bouncing off of each other. Let's listen to that one more time. Okay, that's sorry to stop so much, but that's cool. That's cool what they're doing here as well. So instead of taking us back into the original verse, which we're now familiar with, the like we've already decided, hey, that's home to us. We know that. We expect it. You know, we want it. We want to hear it again. But they start it and then stop, and I have no idea what part they're about to go into right now, but that's basically, hey, reminding us that they're stopping. It's a very clever technique that they use, and they do it from time to time in other songs as well, but I just have not pointed it out in the past, and I really wanted to point it out here. Let's go back here again and see where the song is going. But what it's doing is it's creating tension. It's creating an atmosphere of something's about to go down. And I think from reading the lyrics is that, like, hey, we got 7 days. Like, it's going to make you uneasy. It's going to make you anxious. We got 7 days and something is coming up, and we have to decide how we're going to handle that. 7 days till the wolves come and kill you, maybe 7 days till a battle, or 7 days about any other issue. But something is coming, and they are painting a picture for us. Little finger work. All right, before we get into this part right here, I want to kind of touch on what we not so much what we're hearing, because you can hear what I can hear, but what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling almost desperation and anxiety. Like I said before, they're building tension into something that's happening in this song. They're truly taking us through a journey, but at this point in time, they're really emphasizing that, and just the way the music comes together is really painting that picture for us. Beautiful little guitar solo. I mean, the way he's working the frets like that, just to get like those beautiful little harmonic style notes out of it, is very interesting and cool. But I can't help but comment on the feeling of despair I have right now. We know something's coming, and we're starting to feel tense and despair about something. This is that picture that they paint for us. Let's keep going. No, let's keep going. All right, I know that we're about to go into something huge right here. I can just tell. I don't often know where these songs are going, and I'm probably gonna be surprised again, but I have a feeling we're building up to something massive here. And what we have, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to this part over here. It's like I said before, they're building up into the tension. And before we were feeling despair, they were kind of trying to project that image, at least in my opinion. Now we're at the part. Now we're here. We're at the battle. We're at the moment that we've known has been coming. It's been 7 days. We're here. It's now. But the line that really stuck with me is like, is this where the, you know, are you going to be a coward or are you going to be a hero? Where we part ways with the cowards from the heroes, we're getting right into that. Now, this little breakdown here, starting off very simple, almost the way the song started, by just starting with drums, is doing the same exact thing, but jumping back in with just a very, very simple bass hit, like that. And then it slowly starts to kind of build up. And what's interesting here from this performance that I haven't seen from other ones is we actually have a visualization to work with. We've got some visuals here. Behind them, it looks like there's I think it's a horse running. It feels like we're preparing ourselves for battle. We need to ask ourselves at this point in time, are we a coward or are we a hero? Are we going to face our problems head on or are we going to avoid them? I think it's very cool how they're doing this. Let's get back into that. It's definitely building into something, and I'm really excited to see where this goes, because right now I feel like we're running into battle. The music almost sounds like it's running. It feels like it's galloping, like it's just galloping into battle. Like they're painting quite a picture for us. This is the way it builds. There's the horse. Simple kick. And it slowly builds up. Haunting. And away we go! We're in the thick of it now. We're in the thick of it now. I feel like I'm running into battle. Oh. Like the fire of peace, she's the ghost baby. Take the road that's strong, go fighting the sea of fools. And the atmosphere changes. This is what they are masters of. They are masters of taking you into a completely different direction. We've had despair galloping into battle. We're in the thick of it with the part where she's doing the windmill thing. You know, we're going into it. But at this point in time, what it feels like to me is that we've come to an understanding with ourselves. We've made the agreement. No, we're not going to cower away. We're going to fight for whatever this may be, whatever it may mean to you. And I think that's what they're trying to do here. Because right now, we have more of a hopeful feeling, and just by switching that key and going a little bit higher, it just kind of adds that element to it, and that's what's happening. It goes from like the galloping to, I hate doing that, I'm sorry I keep doing that, but it gallops up into this point over here by going a little bit higher up in the octaves, by going a little bit higher, and it just adds a sense of hopefulness, or at least of content, of like, I've made this decision, I'm going to be there. We still don't know how the battle's going to go, or how the situation is going to play out, but we know that we've made this decision and we're running into battle and we're feeling it now at this point. It's at least somewhat hopeful in our eyes. Like the fire of peace, she's the ghost baby. Take the road that's strong, go fighting the sea of fools. It's just fun. 7 days to the poison. about to switch over to another part right here. I can just feel it coming, the tension, everything building. It's just really cool how they switched back full circle back to this original verse part over here. But now that they've got Marco and Floor intertwining and bouncing off of each other and layering during certain parts to add a different level and a different dynamic to it, so it's not the exact same part. They've already switched up keys on us. They've already switched up, I believe, some of the timings up already at the beginning of the song and gone back to this. But it's reminding us of the journey itself and reminding us of where we are or possibly where we're going. And it's pretty damn cool how they're doing this. Like I said, these guys are masters of painting a picture. Let's go back here. Let's go back a little bit further. Let's listen to these playful bouncing of lyrics here.
Where will we be when they come? 7 days till the play's on, and a place in heaven. Following near escape, come to take us.
And we're back to this. We're going full circle. Oh, damn. Building up with triplets. Oh, damn. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts here for just a minute. It got pretty dang epic there towards the ends. The drums sped up. I was warned towards the end of this song that it kind of speeds up and it changes. We were talking earlier to Duskwind, and he was telling me about that, so I've been looking for it. Yeah, there's definitely a noticeable speed difference there towards the end, and then the rolling of the double bass and starting with the triplets and then going into full-on badassness. It was kind of wild. But I can't help but point out the feeling towards the end of the song of how they were projecting tension in the beginning and how they were projecting almost an anxiety in the beginning of like, shit, in 7 days, something is coming. And then towards the end, how it got epic by incorporating that like they did that, but they sped it up in a way where it almost is like, you know what? At this part in the journey, I'm embracing the chaos. I'm embracing the anxiety and the tension. And like I said before, they can paint a picture, and that's just what I'm getting on my first listen. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but you know what? In my opinion, music is subjective, and it is what you take out of it. And on a first listen, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're right. Who knows? This is just what I'm getting. But I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed actually having some sort of imagery behind them and kind of helping that, having that help paint the picture for me. It just gives you something to work with. In my opinion, absolutely incredible, really fun song. And it kind of takes you to a dark place. It brings you to a hopeful place. And, what more can you ask for in a song? You know what I mean? In a song, what more can you ask for? But if you enjoyed today's content, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm doing this stuff all the time, and you guys have a great night. Bye, everybody.